Hello everyone, welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka. Today is the 11th of May. It is a Friday and personally one of my favorite days because it is the day before the weekend and I love weekends. And in studio with me I have a very special person. We have in studio Nadia, who is the producer and director of a show which gives people hope to win and be famous, a lot of money as well. Win a lot of money and be very, very famous. Welcome on the show, Nadia.
Hi, Prami. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Now, Nadia used to be a producer of Good Morning Sri Lanka as well, so this is a little bit of a reunion as well. Now, the show that I was talking about that she's directing is, of course, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It has made its way around the world and it made its way to Sri Lanka as well. Sirosa had it on as well. And now MTV Sports is going to be having the English version of it. And as well as Nadia, who is the director. I have on the phone right now, actually Shaq will be joining us in just a little bit on the phone to talk to us about. Shaq is going to be joining us in just a few minutes to tell us what it's going to be, what it is like to be the host of the show. But we're going to speak to Nadia just a couple of minutes about what it is like to produce this show.
Well, for me, it's just the best opportunity in the world. It's almost a producer's dream come true to do this show. I was so excited when they picked me and so incredibly grateful. As it's a franchise show, it means we follow a strict set of guidelines that has been sent to us by the holder of that franchise, Two-Way Traffic. So it's one of the most systemized productions in Sri Lanka today, and it's the best place to train and learn about what it is like to handle a show of that nature. It's incredibly exciting. We work with people from all walks of life and we have an amazing team, and it's just one of the best, most fulfilling experiences one can have.
Fabulous. Now we have Shaq online and he's going to be talking to us. Hello Shaq, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just have to quickly run away from the morning show and come and talk to you.
Thank you for doing that. All right, Shaq, so now you're the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. What does it feel like?
Well, it's really exciting. I mean, you got to obviously take a look at all those big names that have actually hosted this show before. Now, this show has been around the world. Everybody knows it. It's like the most popular game show in the world at the moment. It's a lot of pressure. It really is a lot of pressure. And it doesn't look as easy as it is when you sit back at home and watch how the show is done. There's so much work that goes into the show, backstage, the producers, the directors, and yeah. It's tough, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, now the hot seat is pretty hot as well for you as well as the competitors, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I didn't get you there.
The hot seat is pretty hot for you as well as the competitors, I gather.
It gets hotter than any one of the competitors.
Because you have to...
Because there are so many things that you need to obviously remember. There are so many cameras that you need to look at. And, yeah, it's crazy because there are so many things that actually run through your mind whilst doing the show. And you've got to obviously have this conversation that has to keep going on with the contestants. Whilst you would like to give away as much as money as you can, you need to make sure the contestants are also a bit relaxed, because most of them, when they get to the hot seat, are very nervous. They find it very difficult to converse, which makes it a bit tough for me when they do. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it is a little bit difficult, I guess, you know, being the person who holds back the money as well as the person who holds their hand, I guess. So, so tell me a little bit about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I mean, is it something that you have to be as smart as the competitors?
Well, I would like to think so.
So you would think that you would do as well as the competitors if you sat in that hot seat?
No, I would never want to switch roles. I really wouldn't, because you know I don't know how you actually prepare for a show like this as a contestant. This is a question that I actually ask every contestant that gets the hot seat. But they all have different ways of preparing. Some of them obviously run through general knowledge books, and some actually simulate the show at home. There's another person who's actually sitting on the other side of the dining table, pretending to be the host, firing away these questions. But it's completely different when you actually come and sit in the hot seat under the lights and the cameras and all that stuff. It's completely different. But at the end of the day, there are contestants who can sort of hold the nerve and go all the way to the top. And we've had a couple, but I don't want to reveal too much till you actually see the show tomorrow.
Yeah, not giving away too many secrets. Shaq, it has been a little bit of a transition for you, hasn't it? Because you've been behind the scenes on radio, and now you're coming in front of the camera. Could you tell us a little bit about that experience?
I hate it.
You hate it? Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. No, I've always had issues with cameras. I think that's something that every single radio personality, radio presenter would like to think, because we're so comfortable behind the mic. Nobody sees us. We can say whatever we want. But this is not my first time. I've actually hosted Yes Superstar, and that was also nerve-wracking. But yeah, this is a completely different show altogether. And with cameras, it takes time, but I suppose over time it gets used to it. But I'm still getting there. There's a lot to learn in TV, and it's completely different from what we do on radio to TV. I think one of the things that I've learned working in TV is the fact that you need a lot of patience to work in TV.
Yes, a lot of deep breathing does help. Yeah, just one more question, Shaq, I know you have to go for the breakfast show, but before you go, a little birdie came and tweeted in my ear and told me a little bit about a recent wardrobe malfunction. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
It's horrible. Well, thankfully the wardrobe malfunction didn't actually happen whilst the cameras were rolling. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. Okay. I was actually wearing a suit a couple of days ago, and came back onto the hot seat. Just whilst I sat down, the button came off, and yeah, thankfully it was not my trouser button, so it was good enough. But it was just the suit button. But yeah, okay. So we had to go and take time off and get someone to come on over and stitch the button on. So yeah, that was thankfully the only wardrobe malfunction that I have had. It's the only one that I will have.
Yes, keep your fingers crossed, as well as, just recheck everything before you go on, I guess. But Shaq, thank you for joining. I know you have to go. Just a quick note, I don't think I mentioned Nadia is in studio with me.
Hi, Shaq.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Anyways, I better let you go. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good luck. All right, so that was Shaq, everyone. And, of course, Nadia, now you have to tell us the rest of the dirty little secrets that are happening behind the scenes. Tell us about the production. What does it feel like? Tell us about it.
The production is pretty extensive. Like I said, it's a franchise show, so that means pretty much the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire around the world. The production process is streamlined. It's basically the same. There are a lot of little departments working simultaneously with each other, independently, but on the recording day they kind of culminate into this one giant army. I always call them my little soldiers. They kind of go out with a mission, and they're like clockwork. It all fits into place. When it does fit into place, it's amazing. It's beautiful to watch. But sometimes we have some hiccups. We are working with sometimes over 100 people at one time, so it's a bit tough. But yes, it's incredibly rewarding, because being a part of a systemized franchise show is an incredible learning experience, like I said, and it's of international standards. So I'm glad that me and my team are getting to be a part of it. Yes.
Now the first episode has already happened. Could you tell us a little bit about it? It's going to be aired soon.
Yes, the first episode is actually on air tomorrow, which is the 12th, on a Saturday at 8 p.m. And the second episode is on the 13th, which is a Sunday at 8 p.m. We have repeats on Wednesdays and Thursdays, also at 8 p.m. The first episode, it's going to be pretty amazing. We have the Delano Roll brothers singing The Impossible Dream, which is, I guess, appropriate song, because being a millionaire is an impossible dream, but we all have to have dreams. And on this show, we hope to make a few dreams come true. And we have an incredibly exciting contestant in the hot seat. She's feisty, she's intelligent. I think she gives Shaq a bit of a run for his money.
That is good.
And yes, it's incredibly exciting to watch. And we hope people will tune in and get inspired to be on the show, and get inspired and shout some answers at the TV. And yes, I hope lots of people watch tomorrow, and I hope it'll be a very important day for MTV Sports.
Yes. Now, talking about the contestants, the lines have not closed. I mean, if people would like to take part,
absolutely,
they still have the opportunity.
Absolutely. The lines are still open, and they will be open actually for a couple of months. It's 7788. The instructions are pretty easy to follow. As soon as you hear Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, MTV Sports, just hit the button. Few questions to answer, really easy questions, and then you get registered on the IVR. We'll call you back, and then the process begins. Yes, so please, the chance is still open. Just call up and be on the show. It's not as daunting as it looks. It's incredibly fun and incredibly enriching. So please come on down to Stein Studios and be a part of the show.
And if you are part of the show, you might be able to watch out for Shaq's wardrobe malfunction.
Yes.
You might get lucky. Now, the show has gone on Sirius as well before.
Yes.
But this is the first time it's making a transition to the English in Sri Lanka. So could you tell us a little bit about that transition?
I'm glad for the transition, actually, because we have incredible people who have set up the process for us already. We're not reinventing the wheel. The process has been already there, and we are just lucky to be able to absorb some of that and act like we know everything. But no, because of the Sinhala and Tamil show, we have been incredibly blessed to have such amazing resource people to give us that advice and guide us. But yes, obviously it's in the English language, so the response is not as great because it doesn't have that mass appeal. But we are seeing lots and lots of people who come on the show. It's not a show that judges how great your English is. It's a show about being smart and being perceptive and being observant. It's not a general knowledge show. I must make this very clear. It's not a general knowledge show. We call it the game of life because if you're observant and perceptive of your surroundings and your life, and if you experience life to the fullest, the questions make sense because for example, the Slumdog Millionaire movie that we're showing today, after the news today, it's about a boy who, from the slums, was able to answer the questions because of the life experiences he had. And sometimes we ask questions about the mundane things in life that we tend to ignore. And sometimes contestants say, I wish I paid more attention to that. My wallet, my phone, just basic everyday things. And that's what Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is about. It's not for exceptionally book-smart people.
Yeah. Oh, that is fabulous. If you're just very perceptive to the world around you, you stand a chance at winning $1 million. Yes. And this is something everybody dreams about.
Yes.
Anyways, we're going to take a look at a trailer for the show. So let's take a look at that.
Which of the following capital letters do not change shape in simple form?
Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
125,000 rupees, fantastic!